mid.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sorry says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insorry@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Sorry. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sorry and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed, a jail shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
Exercises in solving problems that weren't necessarily there.
Pretty well by yourself.
Just fine.
Instead of feeling alone.
Huh?
Told me to check to see for that setting.
Real solid.
You're right.
By yourself.
All right, dear listener, here we are on another beautiful day in paradise. We are in the very beginning stages of not a battle of bands. We've had 2 back-to-back days of battle of the bands.
We got another one coming on Friday.
Battle of Bands is coming this Friday. I want to shoot the commercial for it. I've been very obsessive about this concept for the last couple days because I'm really excited about it. Definitely adds a lot of potential to the channel as far as like expansion, what we can do, and fun and interactivity with you lot, which is really, I mean, let's just be real. That's really the point of the thing at the end of the day. Okay. Now, as you beautiful people know, or as you beautiful people may not know, there are multiple ways to get your songs reviewed. My favorite way of doing it is $1 starting, gets you in a Patreon. You jump in, there are alliance leaders, and that greatly increases your chances of getting your song reviewed. Some of you are not in the situation where you can do $125 for a couple songs and then get down to the $75 tier. We love our DJs who swing those things for us and all the rest of it, but this to me is the best community, most communist way of getting the songs reviewed, in my opinion. So what's happened is all these groups have gotten together and they've given us songs. So here we go.
All right, you guys, so this is the second half of the collab stream that we did last week. Yeah, I'm very happy about that. The winner of the S&G, which is Sin and Glory's collaborations poll, was The Rods, featuring Ronnie James Dio. Metal Will Never Die is the name of the song. The Rods is a heavy metal band from the US formed in 1980. They released 6 albums until 1986. They split up due to poor sales of the latter albums. In 2008, they announced they would be reuniting and released Vengeance album in 2011, in which this song was a bonus track and featured the band's guitarist, vocalist David Rock, Feinstein's cousin, Ronnie James Dio. They had played together before in a band called Elf. This was Mad Maestro's pick.
Shout out to Mad Maestro. So Mad Maestro is a person in an alliance. Sin and Glory is an alliance, and they did a collaboration with, I don't know which group they did it with. But that was Sin and Glory's collaborations winner. The name of the band is Rods. The name of the song is Metal Will Never Die. And we've got a little bit of a break because we had a little bit of an interrupter, as you guys could hear. Vin, you know this chick on your BG Music says, I want to... No, I did not know that that's what Shorty was saying. And I'm not even sure that that's what she's actually saying, considering the source. I don't know, Amy. I'm not sure. Time for some fist pumping, everybody, in the spirit and brotherhood of heavy metal. I agree. That's coming on the way. That's coming on the way. But yeah, we should do an advertisement for Battle of the Bands. Here we go. Ya Rasulullah, you can go back there. You're in good shape. You're okay. All right, guys. Here we go. Song number 1. Rods, The Rods, Metal Will Never Die, featuring a vocalist you may have heard of him, Ronnie James Dio, maybe. Here we go. Song number 1, Metal Will Never Die.
Either go play or go to bed. Make your decision.
I will make you high.
lie. That was, I was going to say that was Ronnie James Dio, but that was actually...
The Rods. Featuring Ronnie James Dio.
Featuring Ronnie James Dio. Correcto. Es correcto. Es correcto. Which alliance was that? That was the, Sin and Glory. What'd you think about the song?
Well, you know, his stuff is always good. You know, he knows what he's doing with the instrument. You know, he plays the guitar too, right? He doesn't just sing, or does he only sing?
Nah, he's just a vocalist.
Okay, so I mean, he knows what he's doing with that. I did feel. I think I'm gonna second Ian's Kirby's. He was like, it felt like it was a little bit right here. Here we go. This comment.
Love the guitar tone. But it's too slow.
I felt like
it was
a little too slow. I wanted a little bit more craziness to it. But you know, please.
Orion. What? Take him that way. You guys got toys and stuff in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What the guitar? The guitar
no,
was...
the whole song just
you
felt
didn't
like... I felt like it should be like faster. Like I did feel like it was a little slow.
This to me is one of those songs.
It's just getting worse.
You keep complexifying a very simple thing. We had it perfect the other time. No, that's horrible. My head's all chopped off.
Oh my god.
Just leave it there, I guess. Well, okay.
There?
Yeah, sure.
That works.
Yeah, like...
Good job, Story.
It was a good song, I guess. I don't know. I really wasn't liking it, to be honest with you. I wasn't really feeling the song. It just sounded generic to me a little bit. I understand what you're supposed to feel. You're supposed to be like, oh, we're in a rock stadium. We're all doing this. But I don't know, man. It just didn't really like. It was supposed to be one of those like crowd moving, like audience participation songs, but almost like an anthem, like "Oh, Metal Never Dies."
Yeah.
But it just.
But it didn't feel like Metal Never Dies. That was my issue with it.
It kind of puts itself in a bad situation because, like, it's supposed to be like the anthem, like your national anthem, and so like I remember like you go to a Slipknot song, and then especially like early Slipknot, they'd be like, "This is your new national anthem," and it was, you know, surfacing, "Fuck it all, fuck this world, fuck everything you stand for, don't belong, don't exist, don't give a shit, don't ever try." Like, that was worthy of being like an anthem for millions of people, you know, for a couple years. Like, that was the anthem, you know, like, so like Metal Never Dies, like that's supposed to be an anthem, and so when it doesn't come off that way, it's pretty disappointing. Yeah, like you're already setting yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like for a really high standard. If you're gonna deign to say that this song is like the metal anthem,
then you better come through.
Then you better come with it. And it just wasn't really that hard to me. Like,
I understand heavy. Like a metal anthem, but like Metal Never Dies. That's a whole nother thing. Like you're saying, like this is so on that it's on forever, and I just didn't feel like that this song like did that. I actually felt like it communicated. It made me feel like, oh, it's a dying thing. You know? It's not really like I didn't feel like jumping around. I don't know. Maybe it would be different if you were in concert, but yeah, was not really a. And lyrically, it really didn't go anywhere either. That's basically all it was saying, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I just wasn't feeling the song, and it was like, you have Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And I like, did he write that? It didn't even sound like it was written by him, because Ronnie James Dio usually has like avant-garde lyrics that really don't, you know, like.
It's not like the song was complete trash. I mean, my God, it's Ronnie James Dio, for goodness sakes.
Well, no,
it's not like it was complete trash. But,
well, no, it was that band featuring Ronnie James Dio. So
yeah,
it wasn't.
I just
really
feel like they didn't let him loose on his vocals.
Well, yeah, but yeah, like I don't know. I don't know. It's a 5 for me.
Oh, 5. No, it's a 6.7 for me.
Yeah, I mean,
I know exactly what that movement meant.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a good song.
Well, there you have it, you guys.
I think the problem with that song was when I see the title and then I see that Ronnie James Dio is on the song.
It's a lot of hype there.
I'm like, wow. Like, I'm about to get some really good Pepsi, and then you drink it and it's just water. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? Look, we got to be honest, guys. I know it gets kind of like funny, you know, because there's capital involved, but at the end of the day, like, we started this thing being honest, and the last thing we say on the last show we do is going to be as honest as we possibly can. So I'm sorry. That's just the way that we are. I wasn't feeling this song. It's a 5, dear listener. It's a 5. And I feel that's a generous 5. That's a generous 5.
6.7 for me.
That's a
generous.
Yeah, that's a Salvation Army 5. Like that type of 5.
Babe, jeez, I'm gross.
Yeah, Salvation Army, like, you know, when you need charity and shit. Like that's my that's my respect to Ronnie James Dio. I cannot give anything that Ronnie James Dio is involved with below a 5. I can't do it. Okay. What?
I know exactly what that okay meant as well.
Ryan, please rescue us. You will earn our love and affection.
Yeah, be rewarded handsomely.
Be rewarded handsomely with acceptance, love, and things of that nature.
Things that you should have naturally, but
yeah, you have to do things to earn it, and then continue to do more things to maintain it.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
All right, song number 1.
Did Vin just vomit? Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I do believe a crime was committed with this song. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to this alliance, though. I love the alliance a lot more.
Sin and Glory.
Shout out to Sin and Glory. I used to play Madden online with the captain of Sin and Glory.
I don't think Kelpie's the captain anymore. Is he still the captain?
Yeah, he's not. Kelpie's handed it off.
Yeah,
but I used to crush the captain of Sin and Glory on Madden. It's a true story, girl.
Yeah. Also, you know what else is a true story? When we went to Canada, we went. I got Canada on the brain from Canada Rocks.
I was gonna say, why you keep talking about Canada all the time? Canada Rocks.
Yeah. No, we went to California, and and while we were there, we met up with Culpy, and he brought us some beers. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And then we had like this awesome place that we were gonna go out to eat. Actually, it was one of those rain cafes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think that's what it was. Anyway, Zonia was bringing us, and it was a really good time. But because it was in Disney, we had to leave our stuff out there, so we could not have our beers. We had to get rid of them.
Yeah.
That was so sad because, like, you could tell, like, he got us some nice wine. It was.
We ended up having the other 2 though. We had because they
he sent them to us. That's right. He mailed us some more.
We drank it on the street.
Right. Okay.
All right, can we get out of this review? Commercial
Shout out
break.
to BC.
Commercial break. Shout out to BC and his ex-wife. We'll be right back. I love it. I'm Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sorry says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insorry@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
Ah!
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/VinlandSory. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sory and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. Child shall lead them.
To buy our merch, I touched the camera, but it does look like it's slouched a bit. That's right. I touched the light. What, babe? You're not connected.
No comment. The camera was at one angle before commercial. Now it's at another one, but you didn't have anything to do with it. Okay. All right. Song number 2. Song number 2. I'm not even gonna argue.
In our alliance stream, remember this is battle of the. No,
this is not
it was
a battle.
collab of collabs.
Why does everything got to be about war all the time?
Oh no!
War all
I'm married
the
to
time.
a warrior. That's why.
War all the time.
All right, Insomnium is up next.
Time.
God Forsaken, featuring Joanna
Kirkala.
This is the Epic Underground's winner of the collaboration. You are already well acquainted with the melodic death metal stylings of Finland's Insomnium. This song features guest vocals from Joanna Kirkala, who is a Finnish singer, pianist, and violinist. Joanna signs for the for the orchestral fantasy band Eye of the Land, and has also guested with bands such as Nightwish and Sonata Antarctica. Fun fact, she is also married to Thomas, please babe, Halopainen, the main writer and keyboard player for Nightwish. Oh, the song was submitted by Otter Barrick.
All right, Otter Barrick. Let's see what you've got. Let's see what you brought us here. The name of this band is Insomnium. The name of the song is God Forsaken. God Forsaken is the name of this song. BC, we're probably going to talk about God in the commentary.
Prepare yourself.
God Forsaken, let's do it.
Pretty ridiculous. Wow. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful song. Where are you at? It was deep for you too, huh?
Man, that was...
I loved the addition of the female vocals in there. That like brought it to another level, in my opinion. I mean, wow.
I listen to these bands, man. I'm like, these Christian bands gotta step their game up, man. Holy shit. Because these guys, this was incredible. This was an incredible song. Which alliance was this?
This was the Epic Underground, but it was not Otter Briggs. Who picked it? No, scroll over this way. It's right here. Click on that one.
God Forsaken is the name of this song. Who picked this?
Otter
Barrick.
I almost said Barrick.
Somebody get me in contact with the homie. Vinatory@gmail.com. I'm gonna send that kid a shirt. A free shirt. That. Okay, it's funny because I did not. What's the name? What's the name of that band? Take Me Back to Eden.
Oh.
I spit blood when I wake up.
God, why can't I do it right now?
Up,
you know, honestly, every time I look it up, I look back to Take Me Back to Eden.
Room feels like a meat freezer, dangling like cold cuts. Missed calls, answer phones from people I just don't touch. Mirror tough, fake tough, but I take a pound of your flesh for you. Take a piece of my paste up. Black roses, white doves, God,
yes, Sleep Token.
Sleep Token.
Thank
there
you,
it
Hunter.
is. Back to Eden. Yeah.
So what about it?
I listen. That's so. I've got a ritual every night. For the last.
Oh no, we did, Ben.
I don't know, 3 months, where I listen to my a set list of my favorite tracks. And so Sleep Token has been on repeat. Sleep Token was like in the runnings for Song of the Year for me right now. Take Me Back to Eden.
It's definitely right up there for me as well. I listen to it a lot too.
This song is rivaling it. I really, really like this song. I like the lyrics.
I can't wait to listen to this one again after the stream.
I like the musicianship was incredible. What they did with the vocals, I cannot wait to listen in my, I don't know, $600 Apple, headphone thingy, however many millions we paid for that thing. Like, an incredible pick. And lyrically, we haven't even gotten into it lyrically yet. But this is shaping up to be my very close to Song of the Year. Very close to Song of the Year. That Take Me Back to Eden song gets better and better and better as you listen to it. I initially didn't like the rap part about it, but actually that's one of my favorite parts of the song. As a matter of fact, it's one of my favorite verses of 2023. Period. I don't care what the genre is. That rap verse was a very good verse. Okay. What
I'm afraid of the answer. But we're not on that song. We're on this one.
Well, the rhyme scheme was extremely intricate. That was some collegiate level rhyme scheming that I don't hear a lot in the modern day, because in the modern day you're not really talking about lyricism and rhyme scheming as much as can you sing and rap at the same time. That's what the skill set is today. But especially the opening, I spit blood when I wake up, staying poking the chain, choking on break matter and makeup. That's a very, very complex rhyme scheme. Saint porcelain stains choking on brain matter and makeup. So you got external rhymes and internal rhymes. Really good stuff. But anyway, this song is incredible. Where is the light and the reason? Where is the mercy of God? It looks to me like what's happening here is there's a...
I thought I heard him say, "Where's the mercy of God?" The lyrics weren't up yet. I was like... Just said, "Where's the mercy of God?"
Yeah, he said, "Where's the mercy of God?" And it looks to me like he is some priest or something that works in the church somehow, and he is he befriended this witch who was set up for execution essentially. And she's obviously about to be burned at the stake. So it puts this dude in a crisis. It looks to me like that's what was going on in the song. So he says, "Where is the light and the reason?" Which would make sense because a lot of the shit relative to the witch burning was almost 100% superstition. So it's like, where's the light and the reason? This is like completely irrational. Where is the mercy of God? Have we been cast to damnation? Have we been banished to the dark? They say that the world freezes over. They say that the head wolf has come, driving his forces to battle, driving his forces to war. Usually the phrase is when hell freezes over. So that was a pretty interesting way of looking at it, because I don't think this is an American band per se. This is Insomnium is not an American band. Maybe English is not their first language, because this was translated anyway. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they meant to say that hell has frozen. You know, like in Revelation.
Maybe it was translated.
You know, yeah, I was thinking, like, you know, in Revelation, like the demons come up out of the abyss.
Yep.
And it was kind of like, oh my God, now it's hell on earth. It looks like that's what they're trying to say. I think what they're trying to say is, like, we're in an apocalyptic situation where it's hell on earth, because it says, they say the head wolf has come, driving his forces to battle, driving his forces to war. So it looks like it's one of those situations where, like, hell and earth are merging, and, like, this is about to set off the apocalypse. Because remember, you know, there is a lot of apocalyptic fervor during the time of the witch trials and all the rest of it.
Oh, there was?
Yeah.
Is that like dispensationalism was really kicking up, or what?
Well, I would not blame it completely on dispensationalism, but but remember, even like Jonathan Edwards was looking at the evangelization of Native Americans or the indigenous as a sign of the golden age about to hit the corner. So you had post-millennialists who were looking at these things as like, Christianity's about to take over the world. We've just gotten free of the Roman yoke, you know, the false religion of Romanism that tried to destroy Christianity. We got up out of it, and now we're converting the Native Americans, and we're expanding all over the place, and, you know, whatever. But so, like, that's a narrative that's going on. It's like, these are terrible signs that the devil is coming to declare war on us, and now we gotta, you know, get rid of these people.
Look what it says, though. So it sounds like it's the devil and his, like, whatever. But then it says, they wait in the twilight. They wait in the shades. They will come for the sinners. They will come for our souls.
Right. So I think what's happening is, like, these are officers of the church. And, again, they're waiting in the shadows. They're waiting to go after sinners because...
Does that make sense to me?
What?
That, look where the mic is on the screen.
Oh, okay.
I know, you like the camera there. I mean, the mic there, but...
Yeah, no, it makes sense to me because they're in the twilight, they're waiting in the shades. The irony is that these are officers of the church waiting to scope out Satan's, you know, emissaries, when in reality they are becoming Satan's emissaries because they're capturing innocent people to set them on fire. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So it's like, it's like, oh, you know, we've got to watch out for these witches, and we got to, you know, these warlocks or whatever, because Satan and hell is merged with earth, and he's got his people all over the place, and he can transform himself into an angel of light, and it could be your neighbor. All this paranoia that creates these types of situations.
It's crazy because there's really not a whole lot of difference in this regard between the church and the military, because the church will say, oh, so you can get away from what they are as being human beings made in the image and likeness of God, and the value that they have at that point. And you just push that to the side and say other things about them so you can treat them a certain way. So they're the sinners. So
yeah.
So we gotta kill this woman because she's a sinner. Like,
yeah. So here we are.
That's why Jesus said, "Let him who's without stone cast the first. Let whoever's without sin cast the first stone."
You see it right there. It says, like, changed in the cellar of the vicar.
Yeah.
The vicar would be the priest, right? Because the vicar is one who is in place of, like vice regent or viceroy or whatever. So
they always say the vicar of Christ.
Yeah, that's literally one of the priest's titles. It's a title and a position. Vicar of Christ or Alter Christus, which would be another Christ, like et cetera, et cetera. So she's chained in the cellar of the vicar, chained by the shackles of Christ. A maiden they accuse of witchcraft, a maiden they blame for the kill. So apparently there's been some plague, something has hit this little town, and it couldn't be sanitary issues, it couldn't be bacteria, it couldn't be any of those things. Nope, it's this woman who's a witch, and she's the reason that the town is in this fucked up situation, so we need to get her, put her in the dungeon, and then set her on fire, and then the rest of us will be okay. Like, it's a way of trying to control powers outside of the control of human beings. That's what superstition is. It's a means of control. It's the same thing with religion. Religion functions that way. It's like, oh, we need the rain cycle to continue to function at its cycle. So we're gonna sacrifice XYZ thing to this god, and so now this god is gonna be obligated to send us rain. Which again is a means of trying to control something that's not within your purview, right? Now you've made up a religious thing that does that. Mm-hmm. And it becomes dangerous because now you've got these situations, and it always turns out to somebody's got to get sacrificed.
Yep.
Either in the pagan context, the girl gets thrown into the volcano, or in the Christian context, we're gonna make up all these accusations and then set this woman on fire. Then we'll be okay.
Or in the modern
same
day,
psychology.
It's the same thing. You want to have a certain future, and so you sacrifice your child on that altar.
Yeah.
And that's how the kids get aborted. So it's still happening. It's still happening. People are still paying the gods.
Yeah. It's interesting, like, because in this story, I've got it as this guy's a priest himself, working in the local abbey or whatever, and he's charged to take care of this woman because he says, I tell her to confide in me. See that right there? You see what I'm saying? So she confides to me, there's something inside deep in her flesh, there's a wound, bullet of lead caught in her flank, aching there with every move. And I confide to her, there's a craft that I know, I could try to pull it away. She looks at me with glistening eyes, lines on her brow disappear. If hope once dead now awakens, if hope once gone is reborn. That's a crazy line. And the way that they sing.
Wait, what's the last line?
Well, I'm actually. The way that they sing it was also incredible. Like,
oh my word!
It was just completely. It was just such a beautiful song.
It really
was. But they like reserved it. Like, they didn't go full out until the very, very, very end. I wander in eternal darkness. I wander on forsaken paths. I seek for the light that has flamed out. I seek for the truth.
Wow. In
the night. I mean,
who's?
It could be. It could be both of them singing. The priest and the girl. Like, in my mind, I've got them running off together. Like, he broke her out of the dungeon, and then they just got out of.
Oh, that's a good story.
They got out of Dodge.
Yeah, he decided he's not going to do the priesthood anymore either.
Yeah. Deep in this forgotten realm, deep in the shadows that reign, far from the grace of the true God, far from the light of the Christ. This is a really good song because they're saying that these people are far from the true God, that the true God is not supporting this bullshit where you're setting people on fire, obviously. I really, really, really love this song. It's a power tool on behalf of the church, not allowing anyone to question nor do anything that is interpreted by the church to be in conflict with the power, a way of oppression of the masses. Yeah, I mean, it cannot be denied that religion or certain elements of religion, if you want to be technical, are used as points of societal control. Now, a lot of Christians have a real issue with that because they immediately interpret that negatively. But the fact of the matter is, there's a reason we need tools for societal control. It's like, And anyone with kids, especially multiple small kids, realizes this immediately. It's like, this is a very reasonable thing I'm about to tell you. Don't do X, Y, and Z. They will look at you, nod. And in that moment, dear listener, they genuinely mean it.
They mean it.
They genuinely mean it. But then 4 seconds elapses, and then you quickly realize why you need prisons. So, like...
Oh my gosh. Or as we call it, timeouts.
or as we call it, yeah, timeout. Or
timeout when they're 3.
Or you must be tired. Which I learned from my stepfather. Shout out to Mr. Man. Oh, you must be tired, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, it's all like crying. It means you're tired.
Yeah.
Let's go to bed, Beverly.
My heart is sad, but no, it's because I'm tired. Okay, I loved this song. I mean, start to finish, it was beautiful. The vocals, the female vocals in there, as well as his vocal style. I really loved the entire thing. It had a lot of layers to it. It felt complex, but also it had a simplicity to it. Took you on a journey, and lyrically, it was amazing as well. Definitely something I'm going to listen to again. Matter of fact, when this stream ends and I go on to start cooking, I'm going to put that song on for sure.
Yeah. Hunter asked me a question. Ben, do you think that Christianity has been the most oppressive religion in world history throughout its history? Well, I'll say this. In the last 2,000 years, you can divide the world into hemispheres. There's the eastern side of the world, which has not been primarily influenced by Christianity. And there's the western side of the world, which has been primarily influenced by Christianity for the last 2,000 years. And you tell me where you'd rather live. You tell me what societies are more free. You tell me what societies can even give you a definition of freedom and why freedom itself is a virtue. The idea that everybody is an equal person, no matter what your societal rank is or how much money you make or don't make or what you contribute to society or what you cannot. The idea that you're an equal person and you're fully deserving of the same dignity, rights, and honor as a person who's a billionaire. None of those ideas are native to human nature. None of those ideas are reflected in any of the literature of antiquity. Those ideas are very, very, very specific, and they're codified in a very specific set of ideas, philosophies, and a constellation of axioms. So that's how to answer that question. You can fill in the blanks yourself if that makes any sense. We will see you beautiful
Wait, did you
people. Rate it? This song is obviously a 10.5, if not an 11. I love this song. And I'm gonna I know for a fact I'm gonna love this song more in 2 months than I do right now.
100%.
It's an all-timer. It's a really, really good song.
Yep, 100%.
Really good song.
So it was like a 9.8 for me, and then we broke down the lyrics, and that just added more to it. And so I'm bringing this one to a solid 10.
And I don't know what everybody's talking about relative to the vocals. Like, there was some Cookie Monster-ish vocals, but there was also a lot of clean vocals with the girl, and they were male clean vocals toward the end that was harmonizing with Shorty. I don't know what people are talking about in the comment section, but to be fair, I haven't been focusing on every jot and tittle, but it seems odd to me that but yeah, I love this song. It might be song of the year. I don't know. Like, if somebody asked me 2, 3, 4 months from now, where you at, song of the year, it's gonna be between Back to Eden and this one, because this one right here is insane. I love this song. Okay.
All right, you guys, we'll be right back.
We have
song number
more
3.
songs on the way, dear listeners. Song number 3, Vin and Sorry, it's Alliance Day. Let's do it. I'm Ben.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sorry says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of Alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity. Yes! There is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at instory@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance, joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/VinandSori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener. Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch, look at what happened.
Yes, dear listener.
Did I do that as well?
You probably did.
I think all we have to do is just move this to how we want it. Nope.
No,
Slouching.
it's not that simple.
No, I gotta get a new one of these things.
I don't understand how those things never work for us.
Oh, that's because it doesn't have a phone holder. That's for holding up like an actual camera.
Yeah, but the camera should be heavier than a phone.
It's not. It's that the twisty thing that twists and holds into the camera doesn't have that for the phone. So, I mean, babe, that thing is taped up there right now.
All right. Here we are.
Okay, guys, song number 3 on our Alliance stream collab of collabs. We're doing another song by Sin and Laura.
Really?
Yeah.
The winner
to my
of
understanding.
Metal and Orchestra poll was Within Temptation, Mother Earth. The poll theme suggestion and the winner pick were submitted by Mad Maestro. The idea of the poll was to submit songs from metal bands accompanied by orchestras. This song is from Within Temptation's live album DVD Black Symphony, recorded and filmed in 2008 at Ahoy Arena in Rotterdam, accompanied by the Metropole Orchestra.
It seems like there's a lot of 2008 stuff that keeps coming our way.
Yeah, maybe everybody was trying to experiment with orchestras in 2008. Yeah. Who knows? What I do know is that we're about to hear some metal. That's what I know, and I know it's about to be some heaviness. That's what I know, and I know that there's no other channel like this one in the internet or the world. Having said that, let's go Within Temptation, something orchestra, Mother Earth. Let's go. All right. So we have returned.
We have. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing song.
Listen, guys, you know how it goes. We don't block our songs like other reaction channels. Not to say we're better than them. Go check them out. They're awesome. We don't do that. And so that's one of the reasons why we don't make any money on AdSense, and that's okay. Because that we circumvented that with Patreon and stuff. But once in a while, we'll have videos that slip through, and you can make some money here and there, or sometimes people will super chat us. But for the most part,
yeah, but I thought Google takes those super chats.
Google takes part of the super chat. The record labels take part of a lot of stuff. Don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. Sometimes people feel bad. They get a song blocked. It's okay. That's the policy. Don't feel bad. All the risk that we have is covered in the price it takes for a song. The risk, some of the capital in that price goes toward that, to absorbing that risk. So don't feel bad about it. That's just how it goes. Okay. Anyway,
secondly, he's like the Pope over here, or the president, or whatever. He'll veto it. You could veto it if you were like, no, we're not doing this. It's going to get us blocked. You've done that before. So we didn't block it, so it's not on you. It's on us.
Okay. What did you think of this song?
Okay,
you seem like you're really vibing with it.
I love this girl. I'll tell you why. There's like a sweetness about her that you don't usually see in metal female artists.
I will concur. I will concur.
She, from the way that she smiled, the way she composed herself, the way that she danced, there was just like a real sweetness about it, and I appreciate people dancing in a way that seems right to them. Like, I used to think that dance was all about doing the right move at the right time. And I think, we haven't been to any clubs or anything like that. I haven't really been in a lot of dance situations. But the more, I'm beginning to think it's just about moving for how you feel when the music's playing. And then that is your dance. Whether or not it looks good or not, that's neither here nor there. It's just about, I think it's more about having fun. But anyway, so she does these dance moves, and she's singing, and
she's doing all stuff with her hands and stuff. Yeah.
I like it, and she can really sing too.
Very sweet personality. Doesn't really look like she bought into the whole I need to be a dark lord of whatever. Yeah. Like, she's like, I'm not.
Let me do some of this.
On this, and I like to frolic around with my band and my fellas, and
I like
everybody's
that.
Skinny and shit.
I like that. And she was going up to each person, and you saw the band members. I'm always gonna love that when they go face to face. And she stayed over by, I think, the bassist. And, to me, she was like, I am not moving until you give me some acknowledgement. Yeah. So then he, gave her something, and she was smiling, and she went off.
Then off she went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cute. It was cute. And she can really sing, too. She's got a beautiful voice.
It's just amazing.
But I appreciated her performance more than anything.
It's mind-blowing to me, that was a crowd, was like a full crowd, orchestra, massive production. I had no idea who these people are.
I know. That's crazy. That many
I could
people
have walked,
together, and you had no clue.
I could have walked right by this lady past the street, wouldn't have known, and probably still wouldn't have known. Mm-hmm. We were at NAMM. I was like, hey, this person, they're from this band. Hey, that was that girl that did. You were like, what? Because when you see them at ground level, they look like regular people. It's hard to explain.
When people don't have filters, they look different. When people don't have filters, they don't have makeup, and they don't have, you know what I mean? People just look different than they looked when they're performing.
Yeah, and you're used to them being a foot above you.
Yeah, that's true. The other thing, I feel like I'm actually good at recognizing faces. I think I'm better at it than you are. When we watch a movie or whatever, I'm like, that's that person from this show. Blah, blah, blah.
When we were at the Nialba Viscara show, I was like, oh, that's the violinist. You were like, no way.
No. Yeah.
That's not him.
He's like, it is.
That's definitely
sure enough, it was.
Him.
It was.
It's definitely him.
For some reason, when it comes to band people, I cannot recognize them. It's not like shows to me. I don't know why.
It's interesting. I'm watching this little mini debate. I don't think I did not enjoy this song half as well as I enjoyed the other song.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But and to really pour it on, Sori only had one of her headphones for the previous song, and even then she still said it was better. So it's
part
really
of the reason why I'm like, I'm gonna give that one another
really
go.
over it.
Because it sounded amazing even like that.
This 7.5 for me. It was good.
7.5.
Yeah, it was good. It was good, but it's nothing to like blow me away. It's nothing that I'm like, oh wow, like.
Okay, I give her an 8.9, and she's getting cute points in there because I've never seen a female be cute on the metal stage before. That's the first time. No, well, there was one other in my book.
What do you mean by cute?
Like she wasn't trying. We already said she wasn't like just dark and sinister or whatever. Like there was just like her smile with her dimples, like the way she just had a sweetness about her that you don't usually see on the stage. It's usually just. Like dark and foreboding and people are depressed and beyond reason and like, but she just wasn't like that. She was like, I'm gonna have fun with this. Yeah. No, she just wasn't angry. And I appreciate that. There was another one. I'm pretty sure Archero is the one that got us to listen to it. It was more of an orchestra. It was a woman in a black dress. I think she played the piano. You remember that? That was another one where I felt like, okay, this is the thing. I really appreciate it when a woman can do the things that men do, but she stays feminine about it. I think that's what it is. So I really like, just like that other piano player, Archero probably knows who I'm talking about. Amazing performance. You and I both thought she was just crazy. And we also both commented on the way that she like that feminine like energy that was just coming off her. You don't remember it, I guess, in the moment, the way I'm explaining it. But so that song was like it. And this was another one to me where she like maintained that, like, I don't know, it was just different. And I like that. Plus it also like, when you see somebody else like kind of just like do their own thing in an environment where it's usually like a certain way, it kind of like makes you feel like, yeah, everybody should do that. Like everybody should just dance your own way. That's more interesting. That's more, like if everybody's doing the rock thing, but she came out of the box and she's doing all of these little, anyway, I just liked it. So for me, it's an 8.7. 8.7. Well,
you gave it an 8.9 before.
Oh, 8.9. So no, I'm going to stick with an 8.9. I thought I gave it an 8.7.
The lower the score got.
No. I'll go if I said 8.9, I'll stick to that. I definitely think it's worth that. With the orchestra and everything, the monks were there, everything.
All right. We've got one more
song
right back. Coming your way. Within Temptation. The name of the song, I think, was Mother Earth or something like that. Yeah. Mother Earth was the name of the Within Temptation song.
I knew when it was called that, it was going to be good.
Commercial break. We'll be right back.
I'm Ben.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of Alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
Rubbish. That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. A community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/VinandSori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead the...
To buy our merch. Yeah.
I told you.
It's an earthquake.
We will rebuild.
We will rebuild.
Maine had that like 0.05 thing on the Richter scale thing. Everybody was saying they survived the great thing of Maine.
You know what I was thinking? You know how channels always, like, they'll get blocked and shut down, especially if they're, like, too much outside of the box?
Yeah.
Imagine if you just told all your people, like, we're probably going to get shut down, and when we do, it's always just going to be the next thing. So if it was Vin and Sorry is the name of the channel, then it would be Vin and Sorry 1. Then the next time when it gets shut down, just go to Vin and Sorry 2.
That's what that girl Pearly does.
Oh, really?
She had,
I had it in
Instagram.
my head from her, so that's probably where I got it from.
She was getting killed on Instagram. She kept getting blocked on Instagram. So
she's really terrible, though.
She was up to, like, Pearly.8 or something like that.
She's really, really terrible. The way that she just goes out there publicly just massacres women. It's like, who are you? Are you not a woman yourself?
Yeah, I just think that, yeah.
Incredible.
I don't really know. I don't really know what. Like she's got some issues like up here, and I don't know if it's like. I don't know how to explain it. Like I don't know the morality of promoting or denouncing her is what I'm saying, because I'm not sure, like mentally, psychologically, if she's all there.
It doesn't matter. Even if she's not all there, you can cut her slack because she's not all there. But her words still have. They still go places. Yeah, women are making decisions based off the trashy stuff that she keeps saying about women.
Well, I don't know if there's any evidence that women are making any of these decisions based on what she's saying.
You've said yourself that women probably have abortions based off of these discussions that they have.
Well, yeah, abortions.
Okay,
sure.
So then women are making decisions based off of what she's saying.
Yeah, I think that's a very, very small.
Well, one kid is too many for me. I'm not a fan of her. I'll say
her.
I'll click on her videos because I think they're interesting.
I've never seen a woman say, you know what, she's onto something. Like I've seen women say that about Andrew. I've seen women say that about Andrew Tate. I've seen women say that about, but like with her, I haven't seen. She doesn't have female followers. She has male followers who are incels. She has incel male followers. But she doesn't have. It's not. I'm not afraid that she's influencing the women of the next generation. Like, I'm not worried about that at all with her.
So then you don't think that she has any culpability in any deaths? You don't think so?
No, I think.
You can't say that kind of stuff.
But again, like I said, I don't think that she influences women. I've never seen a woman say anything positive about her. Pearly things. I've never seen that. Yeah, but
you can say they can talk shit about her, but at the same time, if she's saying that stuff and the guys in the comment section are like, yeah, that's how it is, that's true, that's how it is, and women see that, like that could influence how they're going to prosecute their next pregnancy.
All right.
I mean, there we have it.
Kayo Library Subterranean is the name of this song. Kayo Dot.
We've heard them before. It's a band.
Negative Vibes was the winner of this ePix poll, where we select a member of the Alliance at random to prepare an entire playlist for us to vote and choose a song from. We have chosen Library Subterranean from the American avant-garde metal and rock band Kayo Dot. This band was reformed by members of Maudlin of the Well, which was Negative Vibes' favorite band. So this was an apt choice from his list. Okay, so this is Kayo Dot, and this is an avant-garde metal. So,
and what was the name of it?
I don't know yet, but Library Subterranean. Okay, so listen, if you're not familiar with avant-garde metal, the timings are going to be a little bit off. The sounds are not going to rhyme like you've been trained to. But once you get over that, you can really dig in and have a really unique experience. So, there you go. Here we go, guys. Some avant-garde metal. Kayo Dot, Library Subterranean. Let's do this ish.
like that song. You know what that song was to me? The soundtrack for when you head to the shower and I'm trying to clean, and the boys decide that they're gonna make a mess instead of helping. And so I'm over there cleaning the dishes mad quickly while I'm trying to get supper in the oven. And I don't know it, but they're in the living room wrecking shop. That's exactly what this song felt like to me. I didn't vibe with this at all. And I don't know if it was because it seemed like off, like I could never really get on. Negative, I know you were saying like kind of jump onto one part of it, kind of roll with it. I couldn't get there. I don't know if it's, you'll say, I'm just too dumb for this. I don't know if it's one of those situations, like my palate is not broad enough for this, but I don't have space for a song like this. I wouldn't listen to this one. This one, I wouldn't say it makes me as angry as Bach, but it's pretty close to the do not like it at all. And the more that it did, the more that the score just kept going. Vinny, we'd love to hear your take. Save the review!
Well, this song makes me think to myself, what is the purpose of music? So, I think all of us have seen the videos. If you've taken any music theory class or any, like, if you've got a friend that knows, like, the beginning stages of music theory, like, you know that most pop songs are, like, the same 3 or 4 chords in the same progression, slightly different lyrics, and different sort of avatar, parroting the lyrics and the music. And so the issue is that these record labels have found a certain constellation of sounds arranged in a certain way that generates a lot of capital for them because we love to hear it. It's ear candy. And so if you're in this context, now you've taken something like art and industrialized it. And you've attached a fiduciary motivation that eventually becomes the primary motivation for some of the actors in the
fiduciary
money, right? Like
financial.
So now financial. I have a financial motivation to play these specific chords in this specific pattern.
Yeah.
Because if I do that, people are going to want to consume it, and then I'm going to make money. So when you industrialize music, you end up with amazing songs or an amazing performer, and then you end up with 58 other performers that look exactly like that guy because you're trying to make money. And what ends up happening to the audience is the palate of the audience becomes reduced. Their palate is as variegated as their wallet, essentially. Right? So your palate then becomes sort of trapped in this box. So then here comes this avant-garde band that are not using the timings you're used to, not using the chord progressions that you're used to. They're doing something completely different, and you actually now, you are not allowed to shut your mind off because your mind knows exactly what hi-hat is going to be in the next segment. Your mind already knows 80% of the songs that you've heard, and like doing this, like having the opportunity to do this makes it even more clear that that's what's going on. So when you run into a band like this, first of all, first thing in my mind is how the hell did they get signed? Like, how do you present this to a record label and say, hey, we're doing something that's a diametric opposite at the cerebral level. We are purposely doing something that's going to make you lose money on investing in us. Like, how does that work? That's what I was thinking the entire song. The other thing I was thinking about is, what the hell is this guy talking about?
What?
Because lyrically, it's incredible. It's incredible what I think this guy is saying.
All right.
This band is like making ice cream. I know you can get chocolate or strawberry anywhere, so I'll make carrot or bourbon pecan pie. Because I want to make something different.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me as well.
To me, it was beyond that. To me, this band and bands like it are purposely trying to challenge their audience. They're saying, we're not going to give it to you. We're not going to give you a 4/4 package, blah, blah, blah. If you want to get the golden goose out of this song, you're going to have to engage your senses and you're going to have to engage your mind throughout the entirety of the song. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. And then when you come to listen to the song again, you're not just going to wait for the big loop, which happens. You have your favorite part of the song, so everything else in the song is just set up for the favorite part of your song. Like, you're going to hear something new every time you listen to a band like this. So this band is saying, we're not going to just let you consume us. Mm-hmm. Like, you're going to have to engage your senses in order to understand what's going on, in order to be able to appreciate the music. And I just have a lot of respect for that. I have a lot of respect for that. I don't know how I like the rhythm, especially toward the end. It did not feel like Harlequin Forest to me, because Harlequin Forest did about, I don't know, 63 seconds of just one note, jun, 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 like for a minute and a half. I don't know why they did that. It was a little repetitive toward the end, but the signatures kept changing. The time signatures kept changing. So even though like the structure of the chords or whatever sound were the same, the signatures were not, though. So there was variance and difference there if you were listening for it. But again, like, this band is out in every aspect to challenge you, whether rhythmically challenging, sonically challenging, lyrically challenging. It's there to challenge you, and I respect it. I'm not saying I enjoy it, but I respect it, because this band is making me like rethink, like, what is really the point of music? And are musicians just people out there who are just supposed to be like the court jesters and play us the same 4 chords all the time? You know, it's kind of like why Cobain disliked Smells Like Teen Spirit, even though for us it was sort of the anthem of, you know, teen angst at the time. So, like, those are all the things that are going through my head as I'm listening to this song.
For me, I feel I'm a little bit hypocritical on it, because I love like the dancing that lady was doing in the video before, because it was like outside of the box. But the instruments being outside of the box was too outside of the box for me. I like those to be where I'm used to them. Mm-hmm. And I don't think that I really want to, at this point in my life, I don't think I want to do work when it comes to music. I want to experience it and enjoy it. I don't want to have to like work to find it. You know, who knows what will come in the future. But this song was not like that for me. I don't want.
Well, I think that's where a lot of people are right now. Like, I don't want to work. I'm listening to music for, you know, entertainment and damn near amusement, which amusement is really about turning your mind off. So if I'm going to music for amusement or to, you know, deflate some tension, which is what most of us go to music for, especially metal, I sure as hell don't want to actually have to work when I'm listening to a song. You see what I'm saying? 100%. But see, having access to literally millions of songs anytime you want, like, to me, creates different categories for why I use music. Like, before, all the music you had to buy, or one of your friends had to buy. There's no, like, download from YouTube and turn it into an MP3 and all that. Like, you have entire records.
Which,
like,
we don't say you should do that. That's copyright.
You have entire records. You have entire, like, it's insane. Like, now, it's like, I like one song. That's it. I can listen to that song 500 times today. Like, literally. Well, I mean, there's not enough time in the day, but you see what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like that back in the day.
Right. So,
now, it's like, that broadens what I can use music for now. 'Cause now I got access to more music. And so, if I'm going to, I guarantee you that Andrew Huberman guy, you know, that guy with the remember that 17-minute drill that we did that one time? Like, that's Andrew Huberman. I guarantee you, like...
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I guarantee you there's some cerebral, neural, whatever that benefits you by listening to bands like this. I guarantee you there is. because it's doing, it's activating different, you know, neuronal patterns in your mind for you to be able to absorb that. And that's why, like, after you listen to the song for the 100th time, like, oh, I heard something different, I heard something new, that type of thing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, we can have a bigger sort of understanding of what music is intended to do, or what music is capable of doing, or how we use the advantages of the technology that we have to our benefit. And I think avant-garde bands, I really believe, there's never going to be a peer-reviewed study on it because I don't think there's enough, you know, interest. But I definitely believe that bands like this and songs like this are like super good for the mind. And I think it's a drill everybody should have, a song like this that has so many subtle rhythm changes, because I guarantee you, like, I'm gonna experiment with some stuff tonight with this song just to see. I really believe
I'll experiment with you. If you want.
Having said that, I give this a solid 9. It's a solid 9. I respect what they were doing. It's a solid 9. What do you give it? A 2. Oh my God. I'm not even. Sorry has limits. That's what the guy said. Sorry has. Oh, Jambi in the house. Big homie Jambi. It's good to see you, buddy.
We could do that. Maybe one of the nights we could do Battle of the Bands, but it's Bach, and whoever wants to participate has to try to bring a Bach song that they think will change.
You're the only human being I've ever met in my life that has ever said anything negative about Bach.
Well,
Bach's music.
Yeah, somebody, if you guys are interested in that, let us know, because maybe we can see, like, maybe a couple people want to get in on it too.
Yeah, it's just incredible that you give these people a 2.
That's how I feel.
My Bach minus 50 lives.
Yeah, Middle, it was legendary.
I know.
It's a stuff of legends.
Poor Middle, man. Middle's probably been like the most faithful Christian brother to us in the entire channel.
Oh, Middle's a Christian?
What, Middle Earth? Are you kidding me? I had that dude pray for us with everything. Anytime
I'm not gonna lie.
Anytime I'm in like a bad situation, like no bullshit, like I message Middle like, please pray for me.
This is no bullshit. But I did not know you were a Christian because you're very nice. That's honest to God what happened. Anytime that, like, usually whenever there's a Christian in the channel, if anything doesn't go exactly like they want it to go, they're right there letting us know that we shouldn't do it that way. And we're Christians, so we should be doing it that way.
Who's ignoring you? What's she talking about? What'd you do to Amy?
I did nothing to Amy.
Okay. I'm a Christian on that premise. Jambi. One day, Jambi, inshallah.
Oh, yeah. You're going to join this side. You're going to join this side, not for the cookies or the porn.
He's probably a Christian. He's probably a Christian now, but he's too prideful to admit it. Like what's his face? Ben Webb. Oh, no, I gave away a secret.
Okay, yeah, it's true. So I've given a 3.5 to the Beatles. I gave a negative 50 to Bach. And here's the 2. I'm so sorry. It was negative 5, right?
A bonus Bach challenge she wants to do.
It's a bad idea.
Message me, Amy. Message me.
You can try. I'm just saying. I'm saying it's. I already gave a low score to that last song, and you had me participate in that classical thing, which really pissed me off because I couldn't find anything, and everything I listened to I hated.
All right, what's the name of this? What's the name of this song?
We can do it, Amy. I just don't know if you want to factor in my mood.
Later, controller
really
lines.
have to be a good one.
Later, controller lines.
Right. Archero knows.
I want to see this. I want to see
just
this.
ensure she hates it right there. She put the link right there.
She's got the. Oh, that's right. She's an ad mini. Forgot about the ad minis. No, it's not there. All right, keep talking.
Do you want her to send it through email?
Send what through email?
The link, because you couldn't get the link that way. You said.
Oh.
Why couldn't you? I copy and paste from there all the time. Did they change something?
You do? All right,
I do, but I don't know if they've changed something since then. Oh, it's on that. I was thinking we were in the YouTube app.
Alright.
Oh, the inhumanity.
Alright.
This is gonna be.
Actually, send it to me. Send it to me in Messenger. Amy. Send me the. Oh, there it is. She already had it. She already sent it to me.
Probably look it up or airdrop it. What are you gonna do?
Lord, this way.
Tap it and look it up.
Hmm?
Tap it so it'll bring it up on your phone. You know exactly which one it is, and then just type it in there.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Can you talk to the people?
Well, yeah. Let me just. Can I get the comment section back, or you can just make stuff up?
You can make stuff up.
So today was a crazy day. I've been trying to make different decisions and different choices than I usually make. And I had to have a conversation with somebody, and there was like a lot of points.
Wasn't me, just so you guys know.
There was a lot of points where the conversation could absolutely go south. But you know what I've been doing? You know how you talk about principles and stuff? Mm-hmm. So if the person was getting like all sideways or upset about something, I tried not to like take offense to what they were saying, but instead just be like, okay, what are they trying to communicate instead of what are they actually saying? Because sometimes people use words because they're emotional or they're whatever, but they don't actually mean it like that. So I was trying to understand the spirit of what the person was saying. The conversation, I think, you know, it had its down points, but I think that I came out of the conversation better than I ever have in the past. I think I'm usually pretty sad after those discussions, but this one, I don't know, it seemed like it went good. So that was cool. So I would say you guys have had a part in that also, because being able to be in the channel and being able to have like a space where I can be real and be like, I friggin' hate that song or whatever, has been really like therapeutic and good for me. So thank you guys for that, like giving me a space to be able to be honest to that degree without, I mean, I'm sure it's a bummer if we don't like the song, but you know, are your lives ruined? I hope not. All right, you got it? Oh boy.
No, I don't have it yet. Amy, you said it was like a 3-minute song. It's like a 5-minute song. Is that okay? I just want to make sure it's the same.
Yeah, make sure you
get
the version she has, because.
Yeah, I want to make sure it's the same one.
I mean, the version of the pick would have lost anyway. The classical pick when we did the battle, it would have lost anyway.
Which one? Ours?
Yeah, it would have lost anyway. You know, going up against that violinist, but
Vivaldi.
Yeah, it wasn't even. We didn't stand a chance. But anyway, the version that I picked was better.
We're not gonna pay the first 3 minutes. It's okay. You paid the whole thing. We're gonna listen to the whole song. It's all good. I'm not gonna listen to this the first 3 minutes. What's wrong with you, Amy? All right. So we've got a bonus song coming down the pike. Da-doom, 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 da-doom. Sometimes we do this. We don't do it all the time. But sometimes people call for bonus jams.
Yeah.
And so.
And basically, Amy always gets what she wants. That's really what it boils down to.
If somebody sends.
But you can always throw your hat in the ring and see if it works. You know, you never know. It depends on Vinny's mood. It depends on what your make some great comments that like he really, and then.
Amy does kind of get what she wants all the time.
It's pretty consistent.
Does it have Bach's photo as a thumbnail? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the exact.
Don't they all?
Pretty sure I have the exact right one.
Well, tell us if it's not it when he starts. You know what? I'm going to take this out, and you start it, and then I just want to
make sure that we're not doing any like freezing, any chipping, anything. Like I wanna
Neil.
I want to hear it. You know, in a you know. He's afraid the rest of the song will raw. Oh boy, here we go.
So the first 3 minutes, I'd be like, yeah, I'm with Bach, and then after that, I'll be like, this is trash.
All right, here we go.
Okay, are you gonna start it so we know for sure it's the one?
It's the one.
Okay.
I'm certain. All right, guys, here we go. I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Soraya gave Johann Sebastian Bach I'm pretty sure she gave him a -50.
I did. And I meant every bit of the frustration that I put out when I gave that score.
So this is an unplanned introduction. Okay, here's Johann Sebastian Bach.
Pretty sure this is our third Bach video.
Yeah. This is Johann Sebastian Bach. The name of this song is...
Shout out to Amy Lee Forever, who's consistently gone to bat for Bach.
Yeah. Orchestral Suite Number 3, BWV 1068. If you know any of that, there it is. All right, guys, here we go. Johann Sebastian Bach. Let's do it. I'm familiar with this one. You've got to like this one. You'd have to like this one. That was Mr. Johann Sebastian Bach. You know, this song was pretty recognizable during Dorian's, like the last month before we had Dorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we were doing a lot of the Baby Genius. I was doing everything. Everything that they said. From the kind of diaper to the everything. Mm-hmm. Like, I had to have, like, tip top. So, obviously, Baby Geniuses, playing that, this one was a big one. But this is the first time I've listened to this one all the way through outside of the Baby Geniuses context. Like, just, like, for myself, which technically it's not for myself, it was a request, but, like, listening to it, it was interesting because it really didn't go anywhere. It pretty much stayed in that area. But the melody was just so... It's a weird... I don't know the all the distinctives that make classical music. Like, is it classical because of the instrumentation? Is it classical because of the people in the time period that came up with it? Like, what are the distinctives that makes classical music classical? I'm not sure. But again, this is another one of those songs where I was just like, I guarantee you something. I mean, it has to. That's why you have Baby Geniuses. So if it works for the babies, and honestly, like, the kid that I used it the most with is by far the most intelligent child that I have. It's not even close. Mm-hmm. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so.
Like, obviously, I'm not going to correlate all of that to this, but I just, something happens when these melodies, and again, it sounded the same, you could think, but it really, really is not the same. He's not just repeating the same thing over and over again. There is nuance to it, but you have to be really engaged in it to really get it. But go ahead, what were you saying? I agree, it was bittersweet sounding for sure.
I think that it didn't make me angry. I didn't feel angry about this one at all.
You didn't get it? I was certain you were angry. Mm-mm.
No, it actually, like...
I was certain you were mad. I was like,
It was interesting with the song. I mean, I almost busted out laughing when Amy was like, abort! When I saw that. Like, I was in the vibe of the song, and then I saw her message come across, abort! She doesn't like it! And it was so funny to see that message that, like, almost pulled me out of the...
I didn't know. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I didn't really want to... First of all, I didn't want to put out something if it wasn't, like... I needed to experience it and know if I was going to all of a sudden get angry...
My
why did Amy say only play the first 3 minutes?
I was like, I don't know if this is the night for this thing to happen.
Oh, I know.
Vibe wise, I was like, I don't know. But then I'm like, yo, I haven't really sat and like first half of the song, I'm like, I'm thinking about you, and then I'm like, well, wait a second, like I heard this all through Dorian's whatever, but I've never actually sat down and listened to the thing straight out. Knowing how busy and crazy our lives are, I'm like, you know what? Let me just try to zero in here for myself and listen to it. And like, it would, again, coming off the heels of what I said before, I just think that there's something, because you got to think about, like, that's the thing. It's like, so there are these neural pathways that become very specified towards sight, sound, touch, that type of thing. Why that particular constellation of neurons results in this taste, we don't know. Hard problem of consciousness. But, like, there are, when something reminds you of familiarity and things like that, that feeling of familiarity or that recognition is happening at the, neural level, right? So, like, think about all the neural energy it took to create that sound. Because we're using our neurons to remember sounds that we love. But think about, like, what's going on in a person's brain to create sounds that nobody's ever heard before. So then all of that neural energy is, like, now encapsulated into this music. And then now we come and we ingest it, and we're not ingesting it as creators, obviously. We are now like observers and rememberers. We're trying to remember this song. My point is, like, something is happening in that interplay, which is why these songs are 200, 300, 400, 500 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I cannot imagine, like, writing a song, like, because we've written a couple songs and saying, 500 years from now, people are going to be listening to this shit. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is insane. That's like, that's
yeah,
a different,
it's so
that's a
interesting
different
because
level.
when I was looking for a classical song to battle, I saw in the comment section of one of them, somebody was like, I bet you this guy had no clue when he created this, that people were going to be listening to it this many years later. Of course, they knew the exact amount of time, how many years later it was going to be played, and people were still going to be like trying to dig into their music. Like, they probably couldn't have known. I mean, I was surprised because I didn't know, Amy, because you said like after 3 minutes, like cut it off. So I didn't know if all of a sudden it was going to go back to like what I think the traditional Bach sound is. But
That's
it
a good
didn't.
point.
It stayed there, and you were right. It didn't feel like the song necessarily like went anywhere. It had like some like beauty, and I think, Amy, you said turmoil, and I thought that was a good word. Like, it kind of had both in there, and it was kind of like one of
the inner turmoil.
The inner turmoil, yeah. It was kind of subtle, so you didn't even necessarily like pick up on like dark vibes necessarily. It was like the turmoil was kind of subtle in there. But like my mom used to have like these porcelain dancers. They were like completely made of porcelain, the dress and everything. It would be a man and a woman, and you know, he would be holding her in like a dance pose, and you would twist the bottom, and then they would spin around and a little song would play. And they were like Victorian age, sort of like whatever. And that was like, this song fit that. Like, it, like I could see like a man and a woman with the like the big tall wigs that they used to wear, and you know, the bow and the, you know, like I was watching that whole scene. But the scene, it was weird because I kept waiting for like, okay, what's gonna happen next? But I just kept replaying that scene as the song was playing, and I think that's because like the song kind of stayed in one place. It didn't seem like it kind of, but it was very beautiful, and it like kind of held you there. But it didn't leave you stuck there. It kept you in the moment and experiencing the moment and experiencing his music. And it actually, I got emotional at one point of it. That was a little surprising to me because it was not anger as the emotion. Like, I started blinking a little bit because it like kind of hit me. It was, I think, just the way that the other thing too is, like, I saw this thing, you guys have probably seen this ad on Facebook or whatever, and it'll be like these different things that are like moving, and then you see like this other thing is swinging, and like everything, it looks like it's all going to crash together, but like literally everything is timed so perfectly that everything just goes inside it, and then it keeps like moving forward. I don't know if you've seen those, like the thing swings down and the thing is spinning at the same time, it comes to right at the right time. It was like that. It was like that to me. The song felt like it didn't feel like there was loose ends. It felt like it was contained within itself, and I enjoyed it. I could picture myself playing it while I'm cooking, and that to me is I like to enjoy my time cooking. I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to be interrupted, and I don't want to be talked to, unless it's you. You're the only exception to that. It's the only exception. Other than that, I want to be left alone. But if I was playing this in the kitchen and you were off taking your shower or whatever, and I was cooking listening to this, I could see that. I don't know if he has any more music like this though. Like, I'm not like a Bach fan. This song though, this one I can accept. And it didn't upset me. So what are you giving the song?
This is very, very hard to judge because it's such a classic song, and like I said, I associate a lot of it with Dorian, you know, because it's your first child. I'm gonna have to give this one a 9.6. I really, really like the song a lot, which is weird because halfway through, when I was listening to the song for myself, I was like, this isn't really going anywhere. So I was like, oh, that's gonna hurt it. But it really didn't hurt it just because it was almost like otherworldly. Like, it's such I grew up hearing this melody, like we've seen it in commercials and all this, but like, it's crazy to me how like there are not like 5 million Bach copies or whatever. You see what I'm saying? Like,
oh,
because in our world, it's like somebody makes something awesome, like immediately there's like 50 million copycats. It's like that's the other thing about this music. There doesn't seem to be like a lot of like, oh, that worked for that guy, so now you go and do the exact same thing with a little bit of a twist to it. Like it's like, you know, you got Bach over here, Beethoven over here.
I think they were just Bach and Beethoven. I think they were just too brilliant, right? Like the complexity to which they were.
Yeah,
writing.
That's what I'm saying. It's like they were just so.
And I don't know if
everybody.
they had like I think that
like,
there's some people that go by their feelings on their music, and other people go by theory. But I feel like I don't know anything about the homies, but it seems like they were able to get both. Like aren't they what they base music theory off is their work?
I mean, a lot of it, I'm sure, but yeah, like that's. And I also think like technology now makes people better than what they really are. So like, for example, like one of my pieces sounds great, but it's on that post-punk setting. And that post-punk setting is just beautiful. And so it's like, yeah, the progression is good and it sounds nice and it sounds nice without that. But man, when you really put that setting on there, when you utilize that technology, it sounds, my point is like, they didn't have any of that to rely on. You see what I'm saying? So it just made them, they're just different level that I don't think we'll ever get to again, just because the social context and all the technology we have we're gonna invent new genres of music. We're gonna invent crazy genres that are gonna be awesome down the road. But you've got AI and all this other shit happening. Like I was listening to Joe Rogan, and he said eventually what it's gonna come down to is like, somebody's going to figure out how to enhance everything with a chip in your brain. And so now you're a faster thinker, you're a better lawyer, you're this, you're that. And so in order to compete with those people, you're going to have one. Because who are you going to hire? So that's where so Joe Rogan's like, okay, that's where it's going. It's like, okay, how does that work with music? Because it's like, you could presumably have a supercomputer in a guy's head that knows every single combination of sound possible. We don't. But an algorithm could theoretically say, here are a whole template of sounds, and a person could just go, I like A, B, and C, because you only need 3 chords, and voila. Now my point is, you're never, ever going to be able to create
I see where you're going.
an era where you have music like this ever again. It's never going to happen.
Right.
We've crossed an event
horizon.
That's
true. We have just so many advantages to creating music now that, you know, they didn't even have, like Amy was saying, they didn't even have the radio back then. I think that's what she said.
What? No, of course. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a classical period. That's what I mean. Like, so what we would call challenges or disadvantages, you know, like that's how you knew you had a musical genius on your hands. We probably have a modern day Bach. We just can't know because we're inundated with all this music and all this technology. How would you know? You know, like you listen to bands now, it's like, oh, yeah, that's not really a drummer. That's a thing. That's a thing. Like
you never know when
you're actually in a home studio, all the rest of it. Like, so I just don't think it's ever going to happen again. 9.5.
It's a solid 9 for me, which I mean is huge for a box. I never thought I'd see the day, but I mean, you know, give credit where credit's due. I definitely saw like a lot of. I love the look of Orange Light, Orange Sunlight. It's like my favorite. That's like the Bob. He likes like Twilight. You like where nighttime is clearly coming in.
Oh yeah. When nighttime is on the way, I'm like, yes.
I like the burn of the orange sun, and to me, when this song was playing, like I saw that orange sun around those people and stuff. It's a nice one. It's a nice song. So 9 for me. Thank you, Amy. You will forever be remembered as the person who brought Bach back to life.
I didn't think it was gonna happen. When I saw
I thought it was really gutsy.
When I saw the request, I was like, oh. It's not gonna go good. I'm not very surprised at your reaction, especially we were brutal today. We gave out 5s, you gave out a 3. It's like
I thought I gave it. I
I
thought
don't
it
know
was
how the
slower than
hell
that. I
even
thought I gave
you.
it a 1 or something.
Then, like yeah, that's what I said. Like halfway through the song, like this is a story, and she's gonna kill this song, but it is what it is. But she did. She liked it. What can you do?
Do you think it sounded different than the other Bach songs?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I agree.
Well, you guys, thanks for coming through. We have another stream tomorrow. It's going to be another battle stream, but this time it's going to be Sadie battling Amy, and we're all going to be
I could finally forgive Sorry for the -50 review.
Thank you, David. I can sleep tonight.
Shout out to Mr. Hayes, my boy.
Amy, are there other ones? Or is this like basically like this is just off the beaten path? It's not something that he does.
I can't forgive Sorry. I can't forgive.
You're holding that grudge with that 3.5 at the end of your name, Dwayne.
That was that Goo Goo Kachoob song, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Exactly.
I wouldn't choose that song to be mad about, to be honest with you. I mean, come on, Goo Goo Kachoob. Come on, bro.
I thought it was something about a gopher.
It it was a nonsense song. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a nonsense song, but you know, I'm just glad that like that got all the heat off of me. Because when there was a John Lennon song, I said, I'll set up an interview with the homie, all this. Like, it was a shining...
People roasted you for a while for that.
Yeah, it was a shining moment. People were really upset. They were really angry. I was like, holy shit, they're really mad about this guy.
Well...
They really love Dude. They really love Dude.
What can be said?
Wow.
What can be said? You spoke evil of the dead.
I mean, I didn't know he was dead, though. That's the problem.
That
like,
was the thing. It was clear and obvious. You didn't know.
They should have gave me some mercy for that. Like,
That's true.
Because I was like, yo, I'll talk to the homie, like, I'm sure, like, when we have a
We'll
chance.
lay in an interview.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, I said, I'm sure, like, when we have a chance to talk to the homie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we'll be all right, But
What?
that's not what happened.
Why did you just put David up there for a smidge?
Huh? You should do an entire Ask Me Anything live stream. You haven't done that in a while.
It's true.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with Ask Me Anything. We'll do that. One of these days. It's not today though. Vin out.
Sorry.